Easy. PvP. Chatty. Fucked in the head.
I already started us. Oh well. um. All right, so this is our like makeup stream from Sunday because the set released today, so it was silly to not talk about this. But we got Metalcore here. He's also very good at the
What up?
game. At least understands what cards mean. So check his streams out too. If you're just getting started and stuff, he'll have a lot of the beginner decks down pat and able to show those off for you. Versus I do some really stupid stuff, to be honest with you. But for now, we're looking at the brand new set, and we're gonna do some stupid stuff. So this is where we get to have fun. We're just gonna make one deck because we're not even actually building right now. Standard. Oh wait, I should probably note. Give me. It will say direct game because you can use anything in this. If we
What?
go just Brothers War. Whoa, I already own these, right? Forgot. Pre-orders.
Oh, you actually get the cards now?
Just one.
Hey, that's better than none.
I mean, it's you've always gotten one though.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Um, not collected. And then I'm not sure how to sort this, but I need to know. Not what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Oh my god.
Wait, what? What the fuck?
Uh,
Oh
yeah.
no.
So that's a lot of infinite combos hitting um, historic and stuff all at once. This is gonna be rough. I love this card, but it did not belong in a format completely derived out of event dispatchers. This is gonna crash some people's computers.
Yeah.
But I can't tell what set they threw it in.
Wait, what?
Retro artifacts.
Okay.
But yeah, they stated explicitly it's like the Mystical Archive. What that
What's
means
that mean?
though is these are going to be available in draft. They're going to be usable in draft, and otherwise they're historic only.
Oh god. Oh, so drafting is about to get super fun.
Yeah. Fucking Howling Mines here, dude.
So that's gonna make me want to
Ramos.
grab any draft just cause it's gonna be OP for that draft.
The Mox Amber. Liquid Metal Coating. No way. No way.
Holy cow.
Oh, that's gonna be funny.
Helm of the Host is back?
Yeah,
Ah, crap.
totally about the helm of the host, me and Urza.
Okay.
Oh, that's gross.
Improvise? Each artifact you oh no.
Yeah, drafting's gonna be stupid. Oh no. Oh no.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Fucking worm coil. I don't know this card. Oh my god. Psychosis Crawler. Mind's Eye. I used to abuse this card in Old Mirrodin. I loved Will of
Max.
Lost Dreams.
Whoa, that's awesome for life gain decks.
I was running it in Golgari with some life linkers and a couple of sack combos. It was really good. Unwinding Clock. Interesting to see here. Quicksilver Amulet. No way. A Phyrexian Processor.
I played that set.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was
Scars
like
of
one of the
Mirrodin.
first sets I bought. That was it, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Scars of Mirrodin was the first set I personally bought cards.
When Sundering Titan enters or leaves the battlefield, choose a land of each basic land type, then destroy those lands. This was OG Mirrodin as well. I had this in foil, and it was dope to drop in multiplayer.
Because you're just destroying 5 of any land.
Yep, which is especially nice when you're the only one with Darksteel Citadel on the board.
What's that do?
An indestructible artifact land.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
This is gross.
Yeah, so I'm avoiding historic, but this is also something to be aware of for fucking.
For limited.
Yep.
But if we're looking at Brothers War, let's just take a look at the mythics first, because those are always just the fun part, and we'll start there.
You mind if we switch the.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Ooh.
I actually read this yesterday. Oh my god.
I love it.
Yeah. Only
Bro,
once.
even worse.
But yeah, it's literally Glorious Anthem with removal on board.
And you can play it back with that 4-drop angel.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Paragon.
Yep.
Or whatever it is.
Seriously gross.
That's gross. Yep. Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize I was off my stream thing. There we go. Okay. Urza's Silex, which is funny because we just got Karns. Each player chooses 6. Destroy all other permanents.
6 lands you control and destroy all. What the fuck?
You may pay 2 if you do search for a Planeswalker card. Okay, so Urza assembles the Titans and Silex. Already, everyone hates you. Period. That is a control deck already. That's a combo core in of itself. Not even quite combo, but that's such a heavy interaction that's gonna be a payoff for somebody.
Yep. Mural?
Yeah. Your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifact creatures or enchantments.
Ooh.
Okay, so total like temporal lockdown. You're going for everything is sorcery speed. When he attacks, make a 1/1. Oh my god, dude. This is even gonna get used in stacks, I feel like.
Oh god, soldiers did not need extra help right now.
Platoon dispenser?
What?
Soldiers? Somebody at Wizards was like, okay, so we had bottle gnomes. How can we make lethal Pez dispensers? Hold my coffee.
If you control 2 or more creatures, draw. Oh!
Yeah, this is actually really sweet. It's a soldier artifact, too. What's
on Earth?
Yeah.
We both...
Yeah, you remember on Earth. You remember on Earth.
James Haste. Oh.
You remember on Earth.
Interesting.
Surge Engine. I did
It's a
actually
blue
read this
basic
card. This
mechanized.
was the spoiler I got emailed, like, whatever, 2 weeks
Loses
ago when
defender
everyone
and
got their own
can't be
special
blocked.
spoiler.
Oh, and this is like just is this just upgrading it basically? It's
Yeah,
kind of like
it's like level
level
up.
up.
Mm.
Oh wait, this. Oh god.
It works like Evolved Sleeper if you've used that in the newer
That's the
standards.
white one, right?
No, that's the black one drop.
Oh, oh yeah, I've got that one. Duh.
He
Holy crap.
gets Death Touch and lets you draw, I think.
This one lets you draw three though.
Yeah, yeah. Or I mean, we've seen mechanics like this through the whole history of the game, though. I guess is
Oh,
my point.
absolutely.
And honestly, it's one of the more keystone things, and I enjoy them for mid-range
I kind
decks.
of like how they're doing it now because level up was just that consistent cost and people were just spamming it with mana combos.
I mean, there's a very, very real and not okay recent version. In case we've all forgotten the two white menace itself.
Oh, I love that though.
This is literally the same thing.
Fair. Fair.
Now we have new Teferi.
Oh, crap.
I'm so stoked for him. He does nothing for old
Oh,
formats, but he's so good for standard.
he's
I
interesting.
cannot move like that right now. Holy crap.
And it's got an inbuilt fucking growing threat.
Yeah. That seems to be the premise here is it's growing threat versus setup into finish. So like it's gonna be a very tempo heavy format and blue's already really strong. I feel like tempo is gonna be a real problem right now.
Oh, like mono blue tempo?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Mono blue, Azorius, and even a Bant variant might happen, I
Hmm.
would think.
Prototype. Different mana cost, color, power, and toughness.
But it keeps all its
Interesting.
abilities and types. I actually really like this for limited specifically. I don't know how strong it's gonna show up in constructed. We'll see. But for limited,
Right.
this is a very powerful card.
Cast it. Wait, what? From your graveyard. Oh. Oh. That's
Less
interesting.
than its power. So if you prototype it, you get a cheaper spell.
I like that, and it's relatively balanced that way.
I mean, a 7 drop 4/3 that lets you cast a 4 cost spell. I don't know. We'll see how many 4 cost spells are super powerful right now.
Fair.
This is ridiculous. I think this was made for Commander or something. That or this format's way slower than I'm seeing. But an 8 cost blue enchantment, kind of hard to get to.
Oh, whoa.
Like, I have trouble arcane bombardmenting. How am I
Yeah,
supposed to get
that's
an 8 cost enchantment off
an arcane. Isn't that
to
a five or a
combo?
six?
I think it's a 5. It might be a 6. I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, so this is
Either way, this
definitely
is
gonna.
8. And that's to start casting from the top of your library. Like, I'd rather play a Jin Gataxias, I think.
Oh, that's fair, especially since he's still in the standard meta right now.
Yeah, it's once. Oh, without paying its mana cost.
That's what I
Holy
was gonna say though.
crap.
We had a standard like this, I think, a year or two ago.
I mean, yeah, but it was a 3 drop or a 4 drop. It was
Yeah, it was
Fires of
ridiculous.
Invention from Eldraine. Eldraine was just goofy. This is a much lower powered
Gix?
format. Yep, we got a new Gix.
shit.
Uh,
Who did this? Oh, your opponent. They drop. Interesting. What? I want to do something with Gix and Tibble. Not Tibble. I think it is Tibble.
I don't know. That's
At minimum, it makes it so anytime they want to take advantage of it.
I mean,
Yep,
it
you
lets
did
you
that to yourself.
scale up pretty quick, but you have to actually deal the damage is my only concern with it. So like it would work with some high evasion decks. Or if you're getting absolutely ridiculously wide. Holy crap.
Okay, sorry. I was talking to Gabby.
Oh. This
Pay
is
life equal
ridiculous.
to Ward pay life equal to his power. Menace
Dude,
lifelink.
even a 3-drop 3/3 Menace lifelink, instantly I'm sold. You add the
With
ward, sold. You
Ward
say if
3
you want to
base.
pay 4 more, it'll be a 7/5. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. That's insane.
Okay.
So,
No, that's one of those things that you could totally probably play with Shigeki too.
yep, that was exactly
Because
my
you
thought.
just burn him as a creature early and then use
There's
him as a
actually
bigger
a
creature
lot
later.
for that deck in this set. I'm very excited.
Oh god.
Draconic Destiny is like
Oh.
new Eldrazi conscription, but for dragon.
Oh, it's coming through a little weird for me real quick. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, the stream is?
Mm-hmm.
My internet's been kind of shit today.
Oh, you're good.
I think it's the weather.
+1/+1. Flying haste.
And is a dragon.
Oh, oh, it gets the fucking dragon fire.
Yeah. And then the destiny comes back to your hand whenever it dies. So you can just fling your dragons at their face.
And just
Keep
keep
going.
running it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Kind of neat. Very
Okay.
heavy pressure for red. I like this.
Yeah, it's neat. Indeed. What the
A 9-drop
2/2
for
token.
what?
When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, create 2 tokens that are copies of it.
So for 5, you get 3 2/2s with trample and haste. Yeah, with trample and haste. But for 9, you get 3 4/4s with trample and haste. I feel like herd migration's almost just better.
Which one's that?
The green domain spell that you can cycle
Okay.
for a land instead if you want.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my god.
Titania?
They gave us a
What?
Titania? This is about
What
to be
the
nuts.
fuck?
I haven't read this shit yet. Okay, hold up. So it's a
Yep.
3-drop 3/4 elemental. Already I love it.
With reach.
With reach.
Okay, what?
Whenever one
Can
or
you
more
read that for
lands
us?
are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you gain 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more land cards in your graveyard and you own both Titania and a land named Argoth, the Sanctum of Nature, exile them. They meld into Titania Gaia's Incarnate. Titania Gaia's Incarnate. Vigilance,
Interesting.
Reach, Trample, Haste. Titania Gaia's Incarnate's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. When it enters the battlefield, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. 4. Put 4+1/+1 counters on target land. It becomes a 0/0 elemental with haste. It's still a land. That does not say until end of turn. Oh my god, can you scream Goyf any longer?
Jesus Christ.
This will be my first craft. Bet on it.
Yep, sounds like it. Ooh, this is
Root Wire Amalgam.
5-drop, 5/5.
Create an XX Golem creature token where X 3 times his power.
It gains haste. So wait, you could get a.
So it's a 2/2 that turns into a 6/6, or a 5/5 that turns into a 15/15.
Yeah.
Only as a sorcery. That is rough. That is the only thing that's keeping this card from being crazy strong. If you could block and then sack, sold. I think as is, it's gonna still be strong for Stompy? Maybe? I'm not sure. It's an interesting card. I'm not sure that I like it though. Excuse me? Are you reading this? Am I reading this?
Oh,
Is this real?
There we go.
It makes land?
Token land creature, though.
Yeah, and look at the token.
Yeah. So, yeah.
They're affected by summoning sickness, but they're literally land.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally land.
Weird.
Well,
Those won't enter the graveyard.
You historic and alchemy players have fun getting Scute Swarmed again.
Yep.
I got him from the pre-order, but we can read him again anyways, because I haven't actually read the Planeswalker side. But the artifacts, instants, and sorcery spells costing less means this can go in my reality chip deck immediately, and that's awesome. But to follow up, if you own him and the Might Stone and Weak Stone, which was the other card I got from the pre-order, then they meld into Big Urza.
Wait, what?
And you can use 2 of his abilities per turn, so with, like we were talking earlier, the combo deck, or the control deck running, Assembles the Titans, means he can use, I think, 3 abilities per turn.
Holy shit.
Which means you can take him from the 7 he enters with to 11 and then drop him down to 1 for his -10, all in the same turn. And make every artifact, instant, and sorcery spell you cast in that same turn cost 4 less and gain 4 life. And make all your artifacts and planeswalkers indestructible, and destroy all other non-land permanents. All off 2 fucking cards. This is stupid.
And aren't there a bunch of ways to hunt for artifacts and cards like that?
Yeah, I'll show you my combo deck later.
You already got one. God damn it.
You've seen it. I'll just re-show you why it's relevant.
Oh, we got Saheeli back.
Yes, and I'm so
Cool.
excited. I love Saheeli every time she shows up. It's so fun.
I know.
It's like 45% chance it's gonna suck, but like it's still gonna be fun.
Wizards has one person for some of these one-off planeswalkers. They're like, your entire job
Is
is
to
to
make
plan
this
for the
game fun.
your entire job is to plan for the next time your planeswalker comes up. They're like, this is when they're coming. This is the idea. Plan for it. And they're like, oh, this is my whole job. I've been waiting all year for this. I can't wait for this card to come out in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 Thopters with haste. Excuse me? Can you say Grixis Ninjutsu?
Oh, oh my god.
Here's Mishra.
Whoa. I don't remember Mishra.
Urza's brother.
Oh. I've heard of, yes.
Mm. He did not get as much spotlight because he lost.
Right. Dragon.
Lost. He didn't actually lose, per se, but...
Choose 3. Discard 2 cards. Deal 3 to any target. Destroy an artifact or planeswalker.
Yeah.
Creatures you control get menace and trample. Creatures you control get minus. Oh. Power Stone token. Wait. Power Stone token. 1 colorless mana? There we go. Colorless mana to cast a non-artifact spell.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter if you're sacking your Power Stones. I think this is much better than the attempt made by the Treasures one.
Yeah.
Just because it has a power and toughness. I still just don't think things that make mana tokens by playing lands will ever be good again. They made that one mistake, and I can't even remember the name. But, like...
In my opinion, if you're gonna do it, you have to be able to do it in the first 3 turns, but doing so would be too concerning.
Mm-hmm. It would be good for, like, Commander.
Mm-hmm.
Be about it. Just battlefield with 3 counters on it for each 2 green spent to cast it. Ooh. That's neat.
Green, white counters.
Yeah. Selesnya.
Bro, I've got some ideas already.
What the fuck is this?
Blade Coil Serpent? It's Grixis!
Yeah. On board Grixis. Draw. Discard. +1/+0. Trample haste. Okay. Oh, for each. Huh.
That's gross, dude. Given that it's already a 6 cost.
That means it doesn't have to be ran in Grixis.
Right.
The word each means it doesn't have to.
Right.
And it's still 100% value.
But the cool thing is, with Grixis, even just paying 6 for it, you're automatically getting 1 of each, in theory.
I'm literally looking at this thinking, well, what if it was just Dimir and I dumped, like, all of my mana into it, and now your hand's empty and mine's full?
Gross. Okay.
I mean, even that is disgusting.
Honestly, that or the Rakdos.
Yeah.
Or the...
Your hand's empty, and now you've got a 7/5 trample haste coming at you. 7/4 trample haste coming at you.
Like, this does have multi-purpose for sure. You've got
A
a good
ton.
point.
Destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a tapped Power Stone token. What a consolation prize.
Wow.
Oh, man. That's kind of nasty. No lie. This is almost Eldrazi sized.
Yep.
Yeah, this
There.
I saw. I'm still
Okay, what
confused
the
by
fuck?
it.
When enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices 3 creatures. Put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So what confuses you about it?
It's 9 for lesser Dollhouse of Horrors with a little bit of removal.
It's removal, and it also says a graveyard. It doesn't have to be yours.
That's fair, I suppose. So, like, it's a
And the nice.
control payoff, but again, we're seeing 9 cost mana on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
We're actually seeing a lot of high cost right now.
very. Like, if we just look at standard and we go to 7 plus, let's,
We have a ton.
like, this is a lot for sure, but if we remove Brothers War, 1.5 pages.
And including it brought it up to what, 3 pages?
Brothers War is a full page on its own. Dominaria United
Was the start. Well, the big start.
No, that's what I'm saying. This was our last set. It had 7. Brothers War
Has a whole page.
has
That's fair.
18, 19.
Jesus.
Streets of Capenna had 7. Kamigawa 9. And that was a crazy slow format. 5.
Strahd hardly had any.
1.
And it was cheaper.
Yeah, and it didn't even actually cost it. Like, that's how slow this set is. Very, very relevant to note. And if we want to even go a step further, this is not what I wanted. There we go. So, for even just 1 color and 1 drops for Brothers War, we have
hardly any.
We have almost as many 7 plus drops as we do 1 drops in this set.
Wow.
This standard is going to be a fucking slap fight.
There is literally only 2 rares in 1 drops.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like, this is a beatdown set. Oh, there's 3.
Okay.
What is that?
Wait, let's go to the rares. Let's
yeah, you're right. But like that's very relevant for looking at these higher valued cards because the format is that slow. What the hell?
Its owner may play it. Wait a minute. Hey, that's a nice card.
You gotta do it again.
2 more.
That's
like that.
Awesome, because you can use it as a removal, as a stall, or you could combo with it. I mean, shit, I'd run this in like Azorius Power 9.
You could even use it to like remove one of like blink one of your shit.
That's what I'm saying. Kyla's command, because, you know, Kaya's command was taken.
Yep.
No, that's not why. Okay, double strike till end of turn. Yeesh. Plains, hand, shuffle. Okay. Gain 2 life, scry 2. Not bad. Not bad. This card will see some play. 100%. Lauren.
Lauren. I knew somebody named Lauren.
You and target opponent each draw a card.
Oh, hey, it's new, what's that one?
Flump.
Yeah, Flump.
But it's got removal on it.
Ooh.
Mono white got more control on their creatures. Whoa.
You know what's worse, Jay? It's a human.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, hey, a soldier.
On encounter on target creature you control. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. I had to breathe at the end there.
Yikes. This is not looking fun. Ability under your control. Draw a card. This ability only triggers once each turn.
New welcoming vampire, but on a enchantment. An enchantment.
Interesting.
Autonomous assembler. Encounter on target assembly worker you control.
Oh.
Interesting.
And you can just pay him as a 2-drop.
And then start buffing himself. And you can do that instant speed, by the way.
Yep.
If anybody pulls this in draft and wasn't aware, you can swing with vigilance and then activate a tapped ability. Do it in that order, and he'll be swinging as a 3/3.
Rescue retrieve. Oh, he looks so happy. Look at him.
I know.
On each other soldier you control, prevent all damage that would be dealt to other.
This is not okay.
God.
This is so not okay.
You know what? I get white squee out of the vibes from this guy. He kind of's got that crazy look in his eye.
He's literally just a finisher. You swing with 5 soldiers, and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna take 5 then, and you're like, I'm gonna make it 10? Or, I'm gonna take 3 of it, you're like, I'm gonna make it 10?
Jesus. It's your choice. Flying, vigilance, or lifelink.
Dude, I love that art, though.
Each combat
That's sweet.
for a 3-drop. Looks like a badass Gundam.
You right, for a 3-drop, that is a lot of value with the flying, vigilance, or lifelink. Because you can give it self-lifelink. And then it's just a 3/3 flying lifelink for 3. Which is totally worth it, as we stated earlier. 7 cards in your library. Artifact, creature, mana value 3 or less among them out of the battlefield, but the rest in the bottom. So it caps out at the 10-drop. But it could feasibly fetch you 7 3-drops.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Uh-huh.
Drafna.
Ooh. Wait, artifact spell.
Copy target artifact spell.
Oh no. You remember that 15/15 we were talking about earlier?
Yep. If you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards in your library. For each card type among non-creature spells you've cast this turn, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whoa. That's a lot of words for go get a card that is a card.
You already pulled. But it can't be a creature.
Yep.
So it can't be a creature to start, and then it can't be whatever else you're playing.
Create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact. Tap 3 soldiers, draw a card. I like that. Holy crap. I like that a lot.
Now we're starting to see more blue support for soldiers. What did we currently have mostly? Was it
white,
red?
Soldiers has always been white.
Well, we've been getting red recently.
We've gotten a couple of red, through history. We've gotten black, red, green, blue, everything.
I was trying to think of current standard. I'm gonna look into this.
I mean, we have 5-colored goblins, if that helps.
Don't remind me. That should not be okay.
Whew! Ability 3 there, kinda nasty.
There we go. What the fuck? Choose 2 for 4?
We got commands.
+1/+1 for each artifact you control. Interesting.
Every color, it looks like, got a command.
That's kind of cool.
I think classically they did 3 and then 2 on releases, but they skipped it and then gave us all 5. Power Stone token, draw a card, and put a 1/1 counter. I bet you can use Power Stones to activate abilities. I'm betting. Because it says it can't be spent to cast, but if you're not casting anything, that shouldn't matter.
Right.
So that's why some of these abilities have such a high cost. Scry 2. Whenever you choose to put 1 or more cards in the bottom of your library while scrying, exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. During your turn, you may play cards exiled with Temporal Anchor. Neat. Hercule's Final Meditation. As long as it's not your turn, this spell casts 3 more to cast. Turn all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. End the turn. Ha.
Instant speed. But for 10, you just fuck them and then end their turn.
Okay. So Azorius is literally going to be the bane of everyone's existence. Huh?
No way. Defend player mills half their rapper.
That Unearth, bro. Unearth comes in with haste. That's a 4-drop traumatize.
Yep. That's disgusting.
You mill yourself and then you trauma them 4 times.
Yikes.
Create. Oh. Sacrifice another creature if you do create a Power Stone. Okay. Exile a creature card from the graveyard. Create a 3/3 zombie artifact creature token. Not bad for a 1-drop.
Curiosity with Unearth. Does it say cast this from the graveyard?
Return.
No. Okay.
It's an ability.
Okay.
Diabolic Intent. This card I'm very uneasy about. We've seen how strong Diabolic Tutor was, and this lets you trigger some sack abilities on top of it. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. On one hand, I personally do like the existence of tutors.
Right.
This one's very, very strong. I think it might be too strong. Oh, this is neat. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it. Automatically, I'm on board. But then it's got colorless breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Which means you can just dump your Power Stones into it.
Oh my god. You're right. Oh, this is gonna get gross.
Razor Lash Transmogrant. 2-drop 3/1 can't block. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. This ability costs 4 less to activate if an opponent controls 4 or more non-basic lands. That's going to happen right now.
Jesus.
That's a 2-drop 4/2 that can't block. I'm trying to decide if Underdog is still just better than this.
I see. Yeah, because like if it's a multi, if they're running enough non-basics, it's worth it. But if they're not, it's not.
It's not even that for me. Underdog lets you draw. Underdog triggers sack abilities again at the end of turn. It also has the slight evasion of already being in the graveyard, meaning it can't be exiled as easily. Versus this, if you bring it back, somebody's going to exile it if they can help it.
That's fair.
This is the skull clamp Caden was talking about.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of skull clamp. It doesn't have the minus at the end to make it actually sack worthy.
Yeah.
But if you pay one and equip and then sacrifice something, you're drawing a card. That's still very, very strong for Rakdos or Mardu, in my opinion. Artifact control.
Wait, what?
Huh? There's gotta be something with a huge cost for owning that you can hand somebody with this. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna give somebody the treatment. One of those. Wait, isn't there something that says like you lose the game is the last option on it?
Oh,
We'll find it later.
yeah,
I'm gonna
something each.
throw this in here just so I remember to.
And redraw your second card each turn. Ooh.
This is super helpful for the cost of drawing life in black right now.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Shoulder serves a pretty similar purpose, but this is much stronger for, like, Esper, in my opinion. Oh my god, it's a full reprint. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. I'm familiar with that.
Yup. Sorry, I know I just skipped a couple cards, but I saw that and I was like, what?
The hype is real.
Yeah. Y'all. Oops. Y'all go ahead and read this one real quick. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay. Hostile Negotiations. 4-drop instant spell. Exile the top 3 cards of your library in a face-down pile, then exile the top 3 cards of your library in another face-down pile. Look at the cards in each pile, then turn a pile of your choice face up. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile in your hand and the other in your graveyard. You lose 3 life. Interesting. So if you're good with a mind game, you can theoretically you get to choose 6 cards out of the top 3. Uh-oh. That was weird. You lose 3 life though for a 4-drop, and you can do this instant speed. So like, I feel like this has some value because it's kind of scry. Put the other into your graveyard. I don't know if you read this, Jay, but it kind of also screams Goif.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately.
This was another spoiler that I think Caden showed me, so I figured if you read it while I went to the bathroom, we could discuss it when I got back.
So
Kinda
like it's
nuts
really
though,
neat
right?
because it's instant speed. You get 6 card scry essentially, and then you get to choose the mind game of what are you gonna show the opponent.
Yeah, I
So the
definitely will
question
be sideboarding this.
is it all 3 cards in that face-up pile that they get to see?
Uh,
Turn a pile of your choice face up, so all
whichever
3 cards.
whichever pile you choose, they get to see all of.
Yeah, so you get to. Oh wow, so it's a big mind game.
Big mind
What's
game.
where?
That's why it's called negotiations.
Interesting. I like it.
Mhm. Very, very cool considering how the format's gone lately. Because we kind of lost that whole mental magic for a little while there.
Mm-hmm.
There
We really
wasn't
did.
really that game of actually playing your opponent. It was just playing the cards because we're in a digital format. But even
That's true.
like OG, not OG, but the last Dominaria set we had and Ixalan and stuff like that, there was that play where you could actually make your opponent think something
Fuck,
and then
what
play
was?
with it.
Oh yeah. Uh, there was an enchantment that I really liked, but I realized it was not the same interaction. It was just me making a choice every game
Yep.
or every turn.
Mm-hmm. 2/1 counters attack a creature, gains lifelink, destroy that creature with 2 or less. Return 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power.
Interesting.
I mean,
In theory, you can get 2 removals out of it.
it's neat consume the meek.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. A board wipe plus taking the big guy means you're left with 2 creatures and they potentially have none. Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Terror Ballista. Sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target creature. Nice. Simple. Not bad. This is very aggressive.
Jay, I just realized that we have the same alfalfa in the same spot.
Huh? Oh, this? It's from the headset. And the gel from Sunday.
Oh, I can see that.
Exile that many cards from the top of your library. Choose one. You may play that card.
Whenever it is dealt damage.
Yeah. So this will be neat for like Caden's sweeper deck.
Oh, the 1 damage to each creature?
Mm-hmm. And honestly, just for being aggressive in general, because it
And
can't
it's until
it
the end
can't
of your
block.
next turn.
You just play it as a 2-drop 2/2 and start swinging. Anytime they
Mm-hmm.
block it, it replaces itself. Brotherhood's End. 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less.
I like this.
I do too. It's a
I like
3
it a
drop.
lot.
3 drop red board wipe. Very, very needed. This is our deafening clarion that we needed.
Yeah,
We've
because I
been
think the
saying that for
closest.
like 5 sets.
I think my Naya deck had a similar
Yeah, the
one, but it was
non-token one.
non-token.
Yeah.
That was the biggest problem with it.
Well, the biggest problem with it is it's Naya. You have to run it in Naya. You can't run
Mm.
it in anything else.
Now
This
we have options.
This you could run in Jeskai, you could run it in Jund, you could run it in Grixis.
Literally between this and Burn Down the House, you have the only board wipes you would need.
3 and 5. But this
That is
is
awesome.
the control level we had with old Dominaria. We had
Mm-hmm.
Deafening Clarion, and we had, was it Collapse the Sky?
That's true.
And that let you run Boros control basically, and then you splash blue for the draw, or you splash green for a little bit of Stompy, or whatever you're feeling, really.
Oh
And it was fun.
no.
Yeah, this is new Torbran.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, it's red or artifact, bro.
Yep. We're gonna go ahead and
Wait a
throw
minute.
that in here,
Wait a
because
minute.
there's a lot of interaction on that.
Wait. Rakdos artifacts with that.
Yeah. Huh? Wait,
Disgusting.
but Rakdos artifact says lose life instead of deal damage, doesn't it?
Fuck, you might be right.
We'll double check on it.
Mm-hmm.
Phyrexian Dragon Engine. This is
Fuck.
the other side of Mishra.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You have to swing with this and Mishra together.
To get Mishra lost to Phyrexia, which we already read up.
Right. But this, on its own, as a standalone, is a 3-drop 2/2 double strike that when it enters the battlefield from your graveyard, you can discard your hand and draw 3 cards, and it has Unearth for 5.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
And if you unearth it and it melds, it's not something you have to sacrifice anymore.
This is a ton of value for red, especially if you're comboing it with Mishra.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
the meld cards I struggle with mentally for limited. Like, I'm actually kind of upset about them in general.
Right.
This is
Because
like
you grab
special
them and it's
summons
a
in
one-of.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Or fucking anything to do with Pokemon. This is what I don't like about those games. Some of these are very cool. Some of these have a lot of value as standalone cards still. But to Wizards' credit, they force you to spend more money, which I don't like. Like, abilities like this are a shameless cash grab.
Because you have to have one with another.
Yep. You physically have to buy a different card. It's not, we made this card and we made this card and they work really well together. It's, we made this card and it only works with this card.
Yeah, and we do have a couple of those, unfortunately, throughout history, but fortunately, at
Yeah,
least they're
but
few and
like,
far.
Cauldra was like seeing Exodia for the first time. It was awesome. That was
That's.
a one-off thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole mechanic.
Yep. Hopefully, it just stays with this set, is my hope.
Yep, me too. But if they start doing a lot of this, they will lose a lot of fan base over it. I guarantee it. Every other card game has.
Exile top cards of your library. You may play that card this turn. If you didn't play a card exiled, create a Power Stone.
It's like
I
new
like
Voltic.
Sure, we did just have one.
The landfall one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Yeah, something like
Eruption.
somewhere in there. Artificer's
Ooh.
Dragon.
A dragon that gives Dragon Burn, Dragon Fire to all your artifacts at once.
Kinda gross. No lie. Kinda gross. I dig that. Tyrant of Kur's Keep. 4 damage to any target. On ETB. On ETB. Oh shit. So,
Okay, it gets worse. You can Kiki it.
I know. That's literally why I cracked my neck. Because turn 3 Kiki means turn 5 you have 6 mana.
And I'm just realizing there's a lot more sacrifice support for having Kiki in a deck now.
Which allows for turn 6, where you normally would have been playing this spell, you're copying it instead and swinging with both.
Mm-hmm.
This will immediately be going into my rip-ass deck.
Rip ass deck.
Mm. Each
Over
player
the
reveals
top.
a number of cards from the top of your library equal to the number of non-land permanents they control. Puts all permanent cards revealed this way onto the battlefield and the rest into the graveyard. What?
Wait a minute. Wait.
That doesn't say non-token, bro. That's not cool.
I think this needs to go in my Naya deck immediately. I'm guaranteed to get a Jet Mirror out that way.
Yeah.
And then I just win.
A discard up to... Well, I mean, you might as well go threats undetected for that. You're trying to keep costs down. That's a 7-drop.
Fair.
Discard up to X cards, then they draw a card for each card discarded this way. X damage to creature, X damage to planeswalker. Target creature gets XO in haste.
Interesting.
It's neat that they made this a red and X. I'll admit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that there's no fireball to player option here.
Yeah. Okay, now we're at the teething wormiot.
Yeah, right. This is what we flashed earlier but didn't actually read. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. First time, put a counter on it. It's a 1-drop growing threat 1/1 with ETB life gain and death touch. And that is definitely a Birds of Paradise in the image. You bastards.
Oh,
Just
no.
give us the bop.
the pop. That's the first.
Is that really a fucking fauna shaman?
Discard a creature card, search your library for a creature, and put it in your hand.
They actually gave us fauna shaman back. Interesting. Did not expect that. Yeah, this is a reprint. Gwen, Eyes of Gaia. Creature spell. Ooh. Untap it. Power. Power 5 or greater. So if you reduce the CMC to sub 2, you can technically repeat this.
Holy cow. And you know what I just realized? Unearth is an ability of a creature.
Only because Solemn Simulacrum was too broken, so now we have Simian Simulacrum.
Put 2 counters on target creature, unearth. Okay.
Yeah, not bad. 3-drop, 4/3, or
cool.
spread the wealth.
I think he's lame for dabbing, but, you know.
Agreed. So what you're saying is how we feel about this card, how we feel about this card.
Creates a 2/2 green bear. Then destroy all. Wait, what? Why then destroy all?
Yeah, I don't know on the order on that one, other than like, here have your triggers.
Well, yeah, I don't like it at all. Why?
I don't know. Play lands from your graveyard. Thanks. I dig it. I'm on board.
Unearth for 2.
Yep.
Gross.
Ooh, it's Titania's command.
Oh, this guy gives us a bear.
Search your library for up to 2 lands. Okay. Okay. Fair.
Wait. Exile target player's graveyard and gain 1 life for each card exiled.
Totally
that
fair.
Could be nutty.
Whoa.
What the fuck is this? Enters the battlefield. Untap target land you control. It becomes a treefold creature with haste and base power and toughness equal to its power and toughness.
So it's a 4-drop for 2/3/3s or a 10-drop for 2/8/8s. That is way better than the red one in my book.
Yikes.
Way better.
That is disgusting.
Oh, here's the thing that fuses with Titania.
Argoth. It's a non-legendary.
Holy shit.
It's not a legendary land.
Bruh.
What the fuck?
You don't even have to sack it to do that.
No, you just do it.
Yeah, it's repeatable.
Goif.
You get goif. Goif. No, goif is saying moin.
What if you attack with 5 or more soldiers, creatures you control?
Creatures. That's an S.
Bro. I was gonna say it earlier, but now I'm gonna say it now.
Blue-white soldiers is new merfolk.
Jeskai soldiers is gonna be disgusting.
Blue-white soldiers is new merfolk. Jeskai will be fun, but it'll be slower. Blue-white is gonna be hard to beat and very easy to outplay somebody with if you're good at piloting. It's gonna be the first big brain aggro deck we've had in a minute.
Yep.
In my opinion. I understand some people think the standard is very big brain, but I don't think aggro on aggro is using your intelligence very well. What the fuck?
Creatures get +2/+2.
This is not okay.
6. Create a token that's a copy of an artifact, but it's a 1/1 soldier.
Yeah. Not okay. What? Reveal a soldier from your hand. Interesting. Yeah, literally. It's literally new merfolk.
What the fuck?
It's complete with a land for it.
Soldiers you control get... What?
Complete with the land to be new merfolk. I'm gonna run that up to Mythic just for the funsies.
Bro, let's just combo stream it until we run into each other on the ladder.
I mean, like, it was tier 3 when I ran it to Mythic. Merfolk, I mean.
I just didn't put the time in when you gave me the list last time.
Well, no, my point is it was tier 3, meaning win rate-wise, it wasn't very good. It was just that fun to play.
Fair.
All tokens that player controls the same name as that. It's echoing Destruction, but Orzhov.
I like it.
Underground River.
Panland.
A non-meld Mishra. Sacrifice permanent. Each artifact card in your graveyard is unearthed for 3. What? That's stupid. You need this.
Gross.
You need this.
In that artifact deck, yeah.
Deathbloom Ritualist. Add X of any one color, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard.
Wow.
Okay, clicking on that one.
Legendary creatures. What?
Not bad.
No.
Oh my god, it costs 2. I didn't even see that. We're throwing that in the list. This is my list of cards that are underrated right now.
Underrated just because no one's seen them yet.
Yep, exactly. Like, they're not the front face of the set, but they're very good.
One card's in your hand, then draw the mini cards. Choose an artifact. One you discarded. Oh, what? Whoa, that's kind of cool.
I needed this.
Discard up to 3 artifacts or creatures and get them back and draw.
Anyway.
Where did they go? Is it battlefield?
Yeah.
From your hand directly to the battlefield.
Yep. Battlefield Forge, there's a brushland.
I think we finally have a pain land for each color now.
Yep. Beast or bird. And it's a copy.
Interesting.
How many beasts and birds do we really have? Oh.
Yeah, I'll get on that while
that's a beast.
You're looking.
Okay, never mind.
I got you.
Creatures you control have vigilance and tap to surveil 1. Neat. We got surveil back.
What colors is that beast or bird card?
Simic.
Simic, okay.
Dig Site Mentor from your graveyard. Return any number of target artifact cards with total mana value 10 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Very nice. A 7 cost from graveyard ability. Neat. Stone Brain. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for 4 cards with the same name and exiled.
If you go the same colors as Urborg,
Goyf?
then yeah, as long as you go the same colors as Goyf, there's actually a decent number of
Is Goyf a beast?
I actually don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Just his colors, no.
Yeah,
he is a Lurgoyf.
That's what I thought. Are you seeing this, by the way?
Coming.
Somehow stronger pithing needle?
Exile stone. Up to 4 cards with the name. Oh wow.
The fact that it's a sorcery, lame. But still pretty strong that it sits on the board and dynamically decides what your opponents are not allowed to have in their deck.
I mean, sure, you pay 4 for it and you can do it immediately.
You can cast colorless and artifact spells as though they had flash. This is gross.
Mana is greater than its power. What the fuck?
Yep. Like, genuinely very gross. Stasis Coffin. You gain protection from everything. They had too much fun with Unfinity, didn't they?
Unfinity was pretty crazy, bro.
Thran Spider.
I'm not even gonna front
You
on
and
that one.
target opponent are each create a tapped Power Stone token.
Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. Interesting. Okay, and you could repeat that too.
So here's our meld with Urza.
Draw 2 card. Oh, it's an ETB thing.
Yeah, draw removal. But post ETB, it's a 2-mana mana rock.
Oh. You get to choose one of the 2, and then it's a mana. Okay, I can live with that. That's a little better than I thought. I thought the 2 mana was part of the options.
No, still actually pretty strong for control. I still think Azorius and or Bant is going to be a very strong contender here. We got Blast Zone back.
Wait, what was this? Destroy each other.
We should all, at least our group, should all have this from its original set. Or not original, but like the last time they printed this. Hall of Texan. Kinda neat. Mishra's Foundry. Hey, dude!
Wait. Becomes a 2/2 worker until end of turn. target attacking assembly.
This is another reprint.
Oh, neat.
Finally, we're starting to get some reprints back.
Yeah, it was
that aren't land. Alright.
The Dominaria set and around it had the best set. Or last Dominaria.
So, most notably, oftentimes we have one drops that matter in commons and uncommons.
Equal to the number of planes you control. Wait.
This is a one drop exile spell in standard.
For white.
Yep. Hexproof indestructible.
Oh, and we also have a one drop nope.
Yep. Exile it, then return it to its owner's hand. That resets the unearth on it.
Yes, it does.
Gross.
Interesting.
Again, nothing too impressive for limited. And the format being as slow as it is, a lot of these are not going to actually be as relevant as they seem.
That's also true.
But still nice. Disfigure's back.
Oh, hey. That's well.
Dreams of Steel and Oil. Choose an artifact or creature card. Okay. Exile one from hand, one from graveyard. Not bad.
Interesting. Nothing too crazy.
A one drop fight that also works for a fetch like dig up.
That's kind of cool. You know, I do actually like that because
Me
a
too.
one drop fetch and fight. Honestly, that is exactly what we've needed in green.
Pretty much.
Because that's the problem, is you're getting a fight or a fetch card.
Oh, see, this is why we didn't get Bob. Or Utopia Tree, or anything like that.
Oh.
Because it's still too slow of a format.
They're making you take extra steps to do it.
Yep, they want to make you set up for everything. But
interesting.
That's still really good for my red, green, blue artifacts deck.
True.
Giant Growth is back.
Hey.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Haywire Might. So target
Exile
non-creature. Oh.
Non-creature, though, that's actually a bit tough for the current meta.
Very sideboard worthy, though. And honestly, a 1-drop 1/1 that gains you life is still not bad. Goblin Firebomb.
Just destroy target permanent. Okay.
Protection from multicolor. Whenever a non-basic land enters the battlefield under opponent's control, you gain a life. That's going in every sideboard ever. This is an amazing uncommon.
Oh, it's just a 1-drop guaranteed life gain.
I mean, it's just under an opponent's control, but a 1-drop 1/2 pro multicolor?
Fair.
With some sort of interaction? Very cool. So, this is where we ended up with stuff we found that was off base but interesting.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions, that's what we'll call them.
At least for now.
So we've got the Haywire Might. Pretty neat for anything green, really. Especially in a sideboard piece, but I still think we'll see some combo playability in this. being as it's a one drop artifact, and there's a lot of stuff that makes artifacts cost less.
Mm.
Um, Search library. Yeah, this is the fight or fetch, which
This is a new green necessity in my
just a
opinion.
very solid card.
Like if you're running green, or even yeah, if you're running green period, I feel like that's a great card to have.
Yeah, if it's not in your main board, it should probably be in your sideboard.
Mm-hmm.
This I just kind of pulled because I am running a lot of green artifact decks lately.
I feel like this will have a lot of use for people running the artifact combos, and it is definitely worth keeping in mind for people.
Well,
But
on top of being basically the Jwari one drop,
oh shit! Actually, even better. It's a better
it
Jaspera Sentinel.
Jaspera, thank you, not Jwari, Jaspera. Um, because you can tap a power stone to it instead of just a creature, that'll allow this to be included in a lot more decks. But
That's fair,
otherwise, it's
because
the same card.
that's a good point. Because especially nowadays, I think this might have some more play depending on how the next coming sets go. Because like
Oh yeah,
a lot of the removal now says remove this awesome thing at a low cost, but your opponent gets a power stone.
yeah. Mhm.
So whether
And
you're
this'll
running a
let you
power
use
stone or
it.
not, it might be sideboard worthy at the least.
This is gonna be absolutely insane for certain formats.
Especially right
This
now because we're just getting out of multicolor or single color decks.
this is a ton of value depending on the meta. This is going to be a very, very meta dependent card. But for Commander, for Historic, for honestly any of the Evergreen formats, this is going to be a sideboard must have in my book.
Hey Jay, could you bring your mic in a little?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you were just a little quiet.
Oh, I gotcha. Um, yeah,
This guy,
this guy,
this dude.
this dude.
There are so many legendaries decks, and there are so many concept with legendaries, especially with that one stupid artifact you like so much.
This just makes it
Is it
work. This is
Mirror
everything it needed.
Box?
Mirror Box is the legendary rule doesn't apply. Relic of
Exactly.
Legends is the legendary's tap for mana, which is where I would use this personally.
What color is that one?
Colorless.
Bruh.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I could go Naya Legendary Humans.
Oh, easily. And it would be sweet.
It would be disgusting.
The Queen Kayla.
Yes.
This
Let's talk about
is
this one again because
stupid. Stupid level population. For
because we
4
need to remember that
tap.
it's artifact or creature.
Yeah. And for each you discard, you return those cards to the battlefield.
up to 3.
Yeah, but if you're only discarding 3 and then you're drawing 3 and then next turn you're discarding 3, that's the same number every turn. And if Kayla's the most expensive thing in your deck,
Oh my. Yeah.
mm-hmm,
And it's again a red white human.
agreed.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Wait,
Naya
she's a
humans.
legendary. Oh. Alright, I'm making some sticky notes of decks I'm gonna build.
Yeah. Mechanized Warfare is new Torbran. If you're running any sort of red burn or artifact burn with Karn, this is necessary. You don't have a choice. It's probably the best red card that was released with this set as far as mono red goes, in my opinion. I don't like red from this set, to be honest.
You don't like what?
I don't like this set's mono red look. It's not looking
Honestly,
good for it.
They did not give us much support for it, really, based on what we looked at least.
Mm-mm.
Like
But
the
they're
Mechanized
loving them the
Warfare
mono
is,
white.
yeah.
This is funny. I still want to find something ridiculous to hand off to somebody. I'm gonna look at that in just a minute.
Which one? Sorry.
The handoff,
Oh yeah, that's right.
the perennial behemoth. I like
That's
for
just
Goyf.
broken, especially for yourself.
Honestly, Unearth in general with Goyf is just gonna be ridiculous.
Hmm.
The Regilist seems really neat. I don't know if it's actually gonna be viable or not.
It'll be useful if you have enough like cards that you can pump into.
Maybe. I'm really not sure. I'm also wondering if Golgari Elves is gonna be viable.
I
I
mean,
haven't
they've
really
been
looked a whole
trying to
lot.
give it support for a little while since that one elf planeswalker.
Tyvar?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had Golgari Elves for a long time.
Yeah, but I mean,
Um,
the recent standard is what I'm talking about.
Fair. This guy was good for control. Just he's the other side of Urza, but even as a standalone, a 5-drop mana rock that adds 2 instead of the 1, not terrible. The added draw or removal ability makes it good.
Is nice. Yeah, no, I agree entirely. Like, now that I'm looking for more slow plays, I think I'm probably gonna end up building a lot more mid range and control myself this set.
Oh, yep, and then this is just basically dump your fucking library onto the board.
Yep. This is gonna be gross for any sort of red permanence deck. Realistically.
This is what actually is going to make red aggro function.
So like, sure, we didn't get a lot of red support, but at least between Mechanized Warfare and Over the Top, there is something to help it along. And they are a couple big somethings in my opinion, because um, oh, I think it was a higher cost creature.
I thought so too. Just trying to think of something that's sweet to play, but you really don't want to keep control of.
Oh fuck.
Or you have to win fast.
Wait. Wasn't it a wasn't there a sapperling?
A sapperling.
Bottom right. Or yeah. So right before its third option, you pass it over to your enemy, so they have to just give it right back to you.
Yup. Uh. Yeah, it's just gains control, so yeah, you'd be right on that one.
So that's one option.
Oh, it's right, I forgot. I was like, why is Meat Hook showing up in my search as not banned? Direct challenge, that's why.
Right. You can do anything here. Interesting.
Quite. If you make it cost any less, this is potentially infinite.
That's true.
You sack it to Ashnod's altar and have any way of returning it, it is infinite. Yeah, I think Solkarar is the only one though.
Unfortunately.
The game.
Damn it, I lost the game.
Yeah, nothing really. Oh well. Afraid.
I will be right back though.
Yeah, no worries. Use 20 play-in points to enter a qualifier play-in event. How do you get 20 play-in points if I already have 5? Come on. Oh right, the golden packs are out. Forgot. And now you can just straight buy wild cards. Oh hey, that's kind of neat. But you did get all of them. Awesome. Right, I remember. So if we go to events here, come on. And we go to any of these events, get you a play-in point. So you have to win 15 of these events for that to matter. But they stack. They don't go away. It's a lot of wins to get into a play-in.
Don't you fucking do it.
What?
Oh, I thought you were about to start a draft.
No. This is a standard event.
Oh.
Which gets you one of the play-in points. Because when I hovered up here, 5 play-in points is what it gave me for the pre-order. But it costs 20 to actually enter the event.
Wait, what?
But what that means, though, is these play-in points don't go away, and they sit forever.
Okay, that's nicer.
Which means a lot of people will need to try very hard to get into these events, or they will have to buy a pre-order every season for 4 seasons to get in once. Which still makes it a very high-risk event, which I still like. So
I guess that's fair. Being able to play 5 play-in events did seem kind of nutty to me for $50.
it's like Pro Tour points. Also, the $50 was not for the play-in event. It was for the Arena Open. 2 different tournaments. Events, I guess. Whatever.
Oh, okay. So we're going to want to participate in some of these more interesting events if we want to actually participate in qualifiers.
Exactly. Which, really cool.
Yeah, I can dig that. Okay.
I mean, not more interesting events. Like, I don't think, say, this midweek Magic doesn't give you a play-in point. None of the premier drafts are gonna give you a play-in point.
Yeah, but the idea is that's my point though. It gets me to play something other than the same 3 things I always do.
Oh, yeah, no, it's pushing
I
you
would
to
never
do
touch those.
these more like an FNM rather than
Yeah,
going to play an FNM.
yeah, and like that's kind of neat. I can get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you only got to win a couple games for the play-in points, so it's like that's kind of
No.
cool.
You have to win 7.
Oh, it's Oh,
Yeah,
you still have to win 7-2.
7-3.
Well, 7-2 because once you hit the three
True.
loss, you
Yeah.
can't do
No,
anymore.
you're right. You're right. And
Okay.
for me, these have always been a way to dump my gold into my gems so that I can do drafts.
Oh, is this how you've been doing it?
But since it got to the point where you could do the quick drafts for like 1,500 gold or 15,000 gold or something like that,
Yeah,
I
at
was
least
doing
10K.
those. Yeah,
That's what I've been doing, yeah.
right. But this is a much cheaper way to go about it, and given these play points and the fact that the packs are giving you playing points now, I might start doing a lot more of these.
Because these are, oh, and these are things that just take your constructed decks. So
Mm-hmm.
these are constructed events.
Yes.
Ooh, I do kind of like this more because now I don't have to take the risk of drafting to get my
Right.
gems and play-in points to go draft to take the risk anyway.
Right. You only have to take the risk one. Well, you only have to take the RNG once.
And doing these events will force me to use one deck for an extended period.
This is going to be more like your old competitive format, like what we've seen on paper, versus a
Like,
ladder experience.
this is going to be really cool.
These have been around for a long time, as have the play-in points. This is just an accelerated way to get the play-in points. I've already played a play-in once.
Yeah, I know that.
It just took
I
me
think.
like 8 months to fucking get the points for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's why I never tried again. Because it took me 8 months to save up the play-in points, only to get swept in the first round.
That's right. You did mention something about that.
Like, I got my ass handed to me. It was bad. Horrific. Like, game 2, I think I ended the game with a land in play.
Hmm.
But now that you can buy them, so to speak, and I'm already getting the pre-orders most of the time anyways. So, like,
Now you're saying 4 months minimum.
4 months
on a guaranteed play-in.
max.
Yeah, sorry. 4 months maximum for a guaranteed play-in qualifier.
And if you do an event a week and you win 1 in 5, you're looking at more like every other month you can do a play-in. That being said, though, I am going to throw the stream on pause for a minute, and then we'll probably go do some drafting.
Sounds good, buddy.
If I can find my button.